Hey y'all, I'm back with another episode of Life Her Podcast. It's your girl, Yvette Lloyd, and I'm really excited about this episode because we don't talk about this either. We hear it often like on like certain type of environments, but not the environments where you just really just need to hear it. And then it's like I have a lot of respect from my audience. My audience knows me quite well. They know how transparent I am. They know how honest I can be. I have a great support system and I appreciate y'all so much. So I feel like it'd be a lot more meaningful with it coming from me and you guys actually hearing it from me. But I want to speak on it from my heart on this because this one right here is very, very, very personal. I know a lot of my episodes have been personal, but this is like on another level of personal because I feel like God has led me to share my experiences on entrepreneurship because I don't know. It's just I don't know. He doing something with me right now. He doing something with me. I don't know if it's like people that I feel. I don't know. It's some type of energy that I'm feeling where I feel like this is where God feel like I need to talk about. It's kind of hard to explain, but if you know, you know. You get it, you get it. But I want to talk about something that many of us don't realize that we're doing on a daily basis when it comes to our finances. And that's this we pray for, like we pray for the bag all the time. We always want money. We like, God, bring me these finances. I need these finances so I could do something with it or so I could pay these things off so I could get a beautiful home, a beautiful car, to be financially free and feel happier. You know what I'm saying? Some people feel like financial needs bring them happiness. So be it. That's on them. That's their personal thing. But it's just sometimes we don't even know why, but when it finally comes, we sabotage it. Like we sabotage our own finances, and that's due to the lack of guidance when it comes to our finances. Or sometimes when we get so much money, we don't realize that we're so in debt and we got to catch up with so many things. Or we have a heart and we want to give, and we got people taking, and we leave ourselves with nothing, or we just horrible with money. We just horrible with money. And in my case, I was horrible with money of giving to people too much. I gave until I couldn't give no more. And even when I couldn't give, I tried to give when I couldn't even give to myself. And that was bad. That was really, really bad. So I'm gonna just be real with you. I've had some serious money over the years of me owning a daycare center and just overall of me just being blessed with finances or just me having a job. I've always got money all the time, and it always come into my life in so many ways. I've had opportunities, money, favor, blessings, and I gave it all away. I've given it away so much. I shopped it away. I let people drain me. I spent it like it was just water. Not because I didn't care. It was because deep down I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't have the guidance of knowing about a Roth IRA or investing in crypto or stocks or or even a high yield savings or checkings account where I could have set that money in there and it could have been something today. And I swear in my 20s, I messed up some serious money. Even a little bit in my 30s too, as well. I messed up money a lot. So when you've been broke, and I'm talking about really broke, like to a point, losing everything. You know what I'm saying? Like you lose it all. Car repossession, late on bills, you damn near about to lose where you live at, just different things like that where your nervous system gets weird and wired on survival, and you just don't want to be on autopilot of having survival mode all the time. It feels normal to struggle, and you don't want to have that normalcy in your life. So when you finally get a little money in your body, your mind, your habits, they'll try to drag you back into what feels safe to you. And for some of us, safe equals struggle, and it's a sad reality when it comes to that. So what do we do? So we just blow the money and we give it all away and we create chaos. And also before it we know it, we're back at square one. That's just where we at. We back at square one. And it's not because we're cursed, but it's because we weren't ready. And a lot of times we feel like we are cursed, but at some point, you have to take accountability of yourself. You have to know that you are not managing your finances correctly. You have to know when you have the wrong people in your life. You have to know when you are giving away money that you really don't have. You have to know that you need to transition your mindset and make a shift in your life for you to want more and stop finding yourself getting in these positions over and over again. It has to be some point in your life when you like, look, I need to get my stuff together. I need to stop putting myself on survival mode like this. This is not cool. I need to get it together one way or another because I'm trying to build a legacy and I need to create these boundaries with these people in my life. I need to cut these people off. You have to know when that time comes, and you have to be tired. I mean, tired, being sick and tired, because you have to want it. You really have to want it. And it's like we be knowing it's wrong, but it's like it's such a habit where we just keep repeating it. We be like, okay, this time when I get some money come around, I'm gonna do this, this, and this. And you end up not doing none of it. You just don't do nothing. And it hit me so hard when I reached my 40s. I'm sitting here like, I want a different lifestyle. Not saying that I was broke all the way into my 40s. I suffered a little bit in my 30s, and that was only because of me letting go lump sums of money all the time. It's like my bills aren't small bills. My bills are huge bills, like thousands of dollars. I don't have hundreds of dollars problems. I have thousands of dollars problems. And then I know once I get into millions of problems, I don't want those problems. I want to be able to manage it and refocus and not put myself back in a position where I've been when I was in struggle mode. And you just don't want to put yourself there. And I had to learn that sometimes the lesson is bigger than the blessing. Before you actually get your breakthrough, you're praying. You got to pray for it. You praying for it constantly. And before the success, and even before the clients, even the partnerships, or even the money, you got to make sure you build a mindset on where you can handle it. You have to listen to the resources. You got to have the proper accountant or a financial advisor that's basically navigating you. You got to make sure they legit though, because they can get you for your money too, but you got to make sure you have someone that's trustworthy, that's able to help you manage these things when it comes to your finances. So I want you to basically ask yourself today, are you prepared for what you've been praying for? Because we could pray for a lot of things, but we don't ask God to prepare us for what we're praying for when He starts to bless us with it, and then we receive it, and then we misuse it and abuse it, and then we find ourselves back at square one. And it doesn't even have to be on a financial level. It can be on other levels too, because we don't want things to get to our head so much where we forgot where we come from, how far we come, what God has done for us, and how we are mishandling everything that He blessed us with. And Do you actually know like how to keep what's coming your way all the time? Or even will you understand like the habits that you could take back of being broke? Because that's where you felt the safest. Not knowing that you felt safe in that space, you got to keep yourself out of it. You just do. And I just really wanted to touch base on this because many of you may have a financial blessing coming. I ain't even gonna say many of you. All of you have a financial blessing coming. But you have to put things in a row for um these things to come when it comes to it. And I don't want you guys to find yourself in a bad position again when you find yourself not being able to be where you need to be at when it comes to when that money do come, or even now. Like, practice on what you have now. Maybe you should cut off eating out. Maybe you should stop giving money to people all the time that really don't deserve the money. You just gotta listen to my previous episode when I talked about personal credit and business credit. You got to make sure that you are separating the two and start utilizing your business credit more, because with your personal credit, you got 30% credit usage that you can't go over because it'll decrease your credit score. But then you have business credit when there isn't no 30%, it's no limit on it, but you got to make sure at the same time that you're paying these bills on time, constantly. Don't accumulate bills to put yourself in debt and then you really can't get out of it. So it's really disciplining yourself now financially so that you can micromanage and have everything in order for when that time do come again around, because it's going to come. So you got to stop using your personal money and start using your business credit and everything, your business. So you got to separate the two. Make sure you have your business account and apply for the EIN, just doing different things like that. Or some people, you may have all of these things already, but you have to skip all of the beginning phases of owning a business. You got to learn how to say no, especially when the money starts coming in. You got to say no, because it's like people know you got money before you got the money. They gonna know that anyways, regardless. So you got to make sure that everybody doesn't deserve access to your overflow. They don't deserve it. You can be generous without being broke and without going broke, and boundaries will save your bank account. It literally will. And just giving, and people taking. It's not even gonna help you at all. It's gonna put you back. It's gonna set you all the way back, because at the end of the day, they don't even care when you go broke. They're like, oh man, dang. What they gonna do? Help you get the money up again? No, they're not. They didn't help you even get it. You know what I'm saying? So they just help you spend it. That's about it. So it's like, make sure you like keep track of every dollar. Every dollar that you spend, keep track of it. Get your receipts, upload your receipts in QuickBooks. Make sure you do these steps and everything so you can stay and have everything manageable. Like, have a time out of the week. Every week you go through all of these things and upload all your receipts. You have to. And it's like, I don't know where your money is going, or if you'll ever have control over it the way you should, but just use the app. You ain't got no excuse. You got an app on your phone. If you got a tablet, even if you get on your laptop, it's something that you get on all the time, and mainly your phone. That's number one. You could look at it easy and simple, just like that. Or you could hire someone to keep track of these things, and that's a great financial investment. Like, invest in yourself. All that money you just gave to somebody else, you could be giving it to a person that is like financially creating good habits for you. And you have to listen to that person, because you can't be hard headed off things either. So just make sure you always pray, but also plan. You always have to do that. And faith without financial literacy is a trap. and ask God for direction, and also like don't ignore the discipline when it comes to it. The Bible says to count the cost and before you're building the tower. And that applies to your financials too, because you have to know these things, always at all times. So make sure you get yourself educated before the breakthrough, because it's going to come again, but you don't want to make that same mistake again. And don't wait until the bad comes and you're sitting there trying to figure it out. You don't have time to figure it out, because next thing you know, you're gonna be spinning that habit and you're gonna do your financial struggle all over again. Start now. You have to start now. Watch different YouTube videos, read books, listen to podcasts, find out, like, follow different people that are financial educators, or also join communities that talk about wealth a lot. And like, be a student before you become a steward, because you're going to find yourself thinking you know everything, and that's impossible. I just feel like knowing everything is impossible. It's always somebody out there that can teach you something. You just got to be in order mentally and emotionally and everything to be able to receive. You have to be able to receive these things, because it's so important to be able to do that, because it's just time in that season for you to actually get yourself together, because if you're not together and you keep making these mistakes, what you gonna do when you're old? Like, what if you get old to a point you can't even have a bounce back the way you want to have it bounce back? You just gonna find yourself stuck in a position in so many ways, and you asking people that you've helped, could you borrow money from them, and they can't give you nothing. They can give you absolutely nothing. 9 times out of 10, most of them don't even care anyway. And then when they see you in a bad space, you don't even hear from them. They don't care. So you got to start caring about you and start doing things that's best for you to be able to maneuver and do things in that matter that's like mainly for you to get yourself together. So it's just it's so messed up. You know what I'm saying? And I found myself in those positions so many times, and I got tired of it. I really did. Can't nobody ask me for nothing. They hesitate for it. Or if people owe me money, I cut ties with them. I will block them from my phone for calling me. I will block them on all social media, everything. You have nothing more to say to me. I try to help you out and everything, but now you don't want to pay me back, or you want to do certain things. Cool. Noted. Imma make sure you're not able to ask me ever again, even in your hardest time, in your hardest moment. I'm not gonna do it, because even though I've let you borrow money and I let you get money and I've helped you, you don't owe me it. You don't owe me it, but at the same time you do, but I'm not gonna give you the opportunity to even try to misuse me, or even say any shade type stuff ever again. I'm not even going to give any of it an opportunity ever again. You're removed from my life. Peace out. Point blank period. You gotta live that way sometimes. And just making better decisions. You gotta be tired of not making the right decisions. Like, I know me, I got tired, man. Like, look, I'm sick of this. I need to do something else. I need to make better decisions for myself. I can't keep putting myself in this predicament. It's going to be a day where I won't even be blessed to even just be bringing in finances like this. And I'm going to find myself stuck, and ain't nobody gonna help me get unstuck. So it's like it gotta be a point where you just gotta do it. Like, you can't depend on a husband, a wife, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a aunt, a uncle, a mom or dad. It's just to a point, even if you could depend on them, don't depend on them, because you are still you at the end of the day. You still all you have at the end of the day. And you have to walk life like that, so that you will always stay on point and making sure you doing what you need to do. So I really hope this episode enlightened you and helped you and understand that stop living in struggle mode, stop wasting your money, invest properly, make sure you have all your ducks in a row, make sure you do what's good for you so you can build wealth for you, yourself, and maybe in the future for your family. But your family won't have nothing if you ain't got nothing. And if you don't have nothing, you won't have nothing at all. Period. So thank you so much for tuning in to Life Her Podcast. Make sure you listen and subscribe. I really appreciate y'all. Peace.